All right, guys, we are doing our first giveaway, and it starts with this right here. Guys, what we have here, as you've seen, is a 1000 horsepower C6 twin turbo Corvette. Guys, this isn't your average Corvette. It's a 1000 horsepower at the tire, and it features a man pedal and a 4-speed face-plated T56. Weld wheels, 17-inch, 3.5 inches wide, lightweight, strange brakes, good for stopping. Guys, this car is built front to back. It's got a TRZ K member in it. Like I said, drag brakes, ZR1 diff by RPM, tick-built transmission. It's everything you'd want in a nice stick shift car. As you can see, twin turbo, air-to-air intercooler, perfect for street driving. We got a forged 376 cubic inch engine under this, Frankenstein heads, one of our custom camshafts in it, and this thing absolutely rips. So guys, head on over to Dr.TuneEmAll.com. Every $5 you spend gets you one entry to win this 1000 horsepower C6. That's going on from now until March 20th. And guys, we got a bunch of fresh new t-shirts over there. We'll pop a few up here, you know, so you can see them on the screen, but head on over, Dr.TuneEmAll.com. This is only my merch. For every $5 you spend, gets you entered to win this 1000 horsepower C6 Corvette. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Finally feeling good enough where we can work on old Mississippi Queen. Gonna go ahead and get all the coil stuff out of the way so Evan can make us up a mid plate, and then, yeah, get the coils out of the way. Transmission mid plate in there, hopefully. I don't know if I'll be able to fit it. He might have to trim it, but I'm going to try and get everything in there so that he can just weld me up some tabs and everything work like it's supposed to. And then we got to work on doing the front end stuff. I have everything to fix the front end and the wobbly nastiness that it has. So going to get this stuff situated so he can build off of that. And then I'm going to start tackling the front end stuff. Show y'all what we got from Mississippi Queen. So if some of y'all watch the videos, you can see Mississippi Queen's cambered in the front pretty bad. And we've tried to line it out of there. And there's a couple things we were missing I didn't know about. One, the spindle that we got on there, it needs a sleeve for the ball joint that we have in there, which I knew before we're going up to the last race something wasn't 100% right because I could feel it when I was playing with the tire, but it was fine for the race. But my boy from Wicked Fab, who makes the upper and lower control arms for that truck, actually happened to be at that race, and he said, hey, I know what you need, and I'm also working on something new. I'll let you know when I get it finished. So he hit me up, and he said, hey, I got that new thing finished. I'm going to send you a set. So he got us a new set of upper control arms that no longer use a ball joint. It uses a high spherical Heim, which I'll have to put together to show you, so that you can get a little bit more adjustment out of the control arm. It moves smoother, more travel, all that good stuff. So we got to get these on Mississippi Queen. First, I got to drop them off the powder coater, get them powder coated, and then we'll assemble them and get them on the truck, as well as the sleeves that go into the spindle so that we can have our lower control arm doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Then we can align it a little bit better, get some of that camber out of it, and everything should work a whole lot better. All right, so show y'all what I'm talking about with this thing, where I figured out it wasn't exactly right. So that's what the sleeves that he sends go down into that, so the ball joint goes into that, everything's tight, and you don't have that anymore. I also need to order a different tie rod, which I know what I got to get, but these being smashed and bottomed out is not proper. So we're going to fix that, fix this, and then we're going to change the uppers, realign everything, and should be good to go. All right, guys, went ahead and got the coils out of the way. TJ and I mocked up a little motor plate thing, and he drew on it, and then told me that the place down the street will shear it if I take it over there. So that's what I did. So all nice, precision cut, fits like it's supposed to. Sorry, I only have two hands, but I'm gonna go ahead and get our transmission under here. I'll put that in there because this doesn't have any dowels on the block, so I'll just put a couple bolts through the trans and hang the mid plate on there, get that situated, get that bolted up. Then we can work on mid plate mounts and cross member and drive shaft length. Get those things knocked out, and then we can have everything ready when our motor's done. All right, got a couple bolts in there, hold our mid plate, jack this rig up, out after I smack my head, and get this thing attached. Unit is massive. Hopefully it stays together. All right, well, transmission is in, bolted in. Mid plate fits perfectly. So just gotta make some standoffs. I'll get this whole unit out of the way, and then we can see where our transmission crossmember is gonna sit. All right, there we go. Now we can see a little better. All right. I think that'll clear the drive shaft. I don't think we'll have an issue there. Worst case scenario, we can just trim this little piece off right there. Gives a little bit more room. This side looks good, nothing in the way. And then we can use a regular trans mount. This actually looks like it'll be pretty simple. I can use a regular GM trans mount, which I will go get. And then we'll see how we can fit us a cross member up. Should be pretty simple though. The drive shaft is gonna be much shorter. Where's the yoke at? Yeah, it's barely out of frame. Much, much shorter. We may actually end up in an issue with this thing on the ground in that area right there, clearancing. So that we will have to see. Just for kicks, I went ahead and slid Moonshine's old drive shaft in because that has a 400 yoke on it. And yeah, quite a bit shorter than Moonshine's drive shaft, which is surprising. As you can see the difference here. It's gonna be pretty dang short. I mean, much, much shorter than it was. All right, guys, Evan got our mid plate all welded in. A couple support brackets back there. But we got it up in the air because we gotta take our tires off, get our front suspension taken apart so that we can swap out the upper control arms. We gotta get some sleeves on the lower ball joints. And then we also got some new tie rod ends so that we can fix some of this front end stuff so that it's 100% like it's supposed to be. All right, so as you can see, this tie rod is pretty much smashed all the way. So this is actually wrong. It's not supposed to be like that. On top of that, the lower, I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but this doesn't get tight enough. So our buddy that makes the control arms sent us some sleeves that go down into the spindle itself, and it'll allow that lower ball joint to actually get tight like it's supposed to. And then the uppers is more of an upgrade. It's not something we need. That actually works like it's supposed to, but it's more of an upgrade for us so we have a little bit more travel. Everything will move freer and do exactly what it's supposed to. All right, guys, so this is exactly why we're replacing this right now. This thing is chewed into the spindle and actually just annihilated this tie rod end. So we'll get the right ones on there and it'll fit and work like it's supposed to. All right, got the new one on there and that actually fits like it's supposed to. Locked it down. So it sits on the shank instead of just on the end of the ball joint. So this one is just smoked. Total junk. Oh well. All right, well, we got this one all unbolted. Get it out. We don't need those where we're going. All right, these are still functional. We lost a piece. Bob, hand me that new one.
That is behind you. Where's it at? Right there. Oh, this bad boy, huh?
Yeah. Oh, just throw that on the ground. I didn't need that. All right. So, actually, we may not have to drill this thing. I thought we were going to have to. This sits like that. And then I gotta go find my bolts. Stand by. We'll be right back with you. As I was mocking stuff up, and this is pretty much installed. I thought I was gonna have to drill the spindle, but I ended up not having to. So that's pretty much how that goes. High elliptical on the top, and then 9/16 grade 8 bolt right through the top. Ready to rock and roll. I just gotta cinch all this down. I got everything for the most part close to where we had it, so hopefully it all works when we take it to get it aligned. Now I just gotta get the lower ball joint off, which doesn't want to come off because it's the wrong sleeve diameter, so I can't get it loose. So we're gonna have to finagle with that a little bit. Alrighty, so this little sleeve goes down in the spindle to take up the difference between this spindle and that lack of ball joint. Guys, the sleeve is now installed, so everything sits like it's supposed to. Ball joint doesn't have any slack in it anymore. I was gonna show you guys installing that, but I need a little more than 2 hands to get all that stuff done. So this whole side's done. Got to work on the other side, get that done. And we can get this thing up off the lift, get the Corvette on the lift, and raise that thing up because we want to take that thing racing. So I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera, but see how the whole wheel is just moving all over the place? Now, that we've done this side, rock solid, just steering the thing. No more wiggle, wiggle, clunk, clunk. So, fixed our issue there. Just gotta do this side. All right, got the Corvette up in the air. Gonna lift this rig up a little bit. Got my little spanner tool. It's got coilovers all the way around, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. This thing's pretty nice under here. Got the whole TRZ K-member in it. SFI bell housing on the tick-built transmission. It's got the oil squirters in it. Vikings all four corners. I'm not sure which axles those are, but they ain't stock. Strange brakes. All right, well, let's get to adjusting. We need a little bit more clearance because my big old behind in this thing, the tire is rubbed, so definitely gonna rub harder on the launch. So we're gonna probably raise this thing 3/4 to an inch all the way around. Should help. All right, guys, so we got all the other ones adjusted. We raised the front up about 3/4 of an inch on the coilover, so we'll see how that sits. We were able to get this one with the tire off, but even with Bobby's small hands, we still couldn't get this one with the tire on, so had to pop the tire off real quick to adjust this one. But this one's pretty much maxed out, so hopefully that is enough clearance to keep the tires from rubbing. Because the last thing we want to do is have some kind of issue going around track. All right, bud, set her down. See how she sits. Wow. Oh my God.
That's a lot higher.
Yeah, it's not sitting down though. We'll probably have to drive it and let it settle. But that should have a lot of wheel clearance now. We'll have to lower it down a little bit.
Holy smokes. I didn't know you put a rough country kit on this thing.
Oh my gosh.
God.
It'll settle some, but that should give us enough clearance though. Like when we leave at the track, it should be fine.
When we go mud bogging or
Yeah,
dirt,
dude.
dirt drag.
When I put the V treads on the back, we should be good.
We got those boggers.
That's it, dude. They might fit. We'll just have to drive it and see what it does. I'm sure it'll settle, but that gives me plenty of clearance where it can actually sit down and not touch the tire, and then we can adjust ride height. Now we know we can probably lower it some more and be okay.
Or half of what we just did.
Yeah. And it wasn't that bad to do anyway. All right, well, let's take it off the lift. We'll go drive it. Got the Corvette out. We're going to take my girlfriend for a ride and see what she thinks. She's never been on anything fast. So right now it's just on the low boost setting, and let's see what she thinks. That's only on low boost. I'm over here trying to turn my turn signal on. What do you think? It's fast?
Pretty fast.
I was like, it was sliding, and I'm like, I don't want to correct this because I don't know which way it's going to go.
I was like, I'm scared.
Yeah, that's why you don't solve a wheel. It was just floating. But we had a lot of wheel speed, that's why I just lifted it. I'm like, things can get hairy real quick here. Alright guys, getting this thing ready for the track. Lifted it up, we're going to give it a bath. And then I'm going to take it over, get an alignment here in a little bit. And then we should be ready to rock and roll.
Good morning, everybody. Got to Duncan. Got the car in line last night. Got it back to our other shop. Looking right. No more camber. Sitting right. We probably lowered it down just a little bit more, but it definitely looks a lot better in the front, not being all cambered out. I drove it about 35 minutes back here, and it rode so much better after adjusting everything, getting the shock set. Definitely rides a lot better. Got the battery charged up. I'm going to add some water to it, wait for this fog to clear, and then we'll get this thing loaded up. We'll head to the track tonight. Now, we have a regular diaphragm clutch in it. It's not the slipper in it. I didn't hook up the two-step, and I'm probably just going to run it on gate just so I can feel the car out, and then we'll take it back. I got a couple things I got to do this, but working on Mississippi Queen and everything, this isn't really a priority. But I do want to take it to the track and race it and get some seat time in it. So that's what we're going to do. Probably run it on gate, maybe put a little bit of boost to it. We'll see what it does. Probably start off running it to the 8th mile and just feel it out, because I've never raced a stick shift car at this level and or a faceplated transmission. So I think I got our rev stuff set right, but we'll just have to go out there and see. Alrighty, let's load this rig up. All right, guys, we've made it down to our favorite place, Bradenton Motorsports Park. Car's ready to go. We get some cameras in it, get this thing in the lanes. We got to set tire pressure, and that is all. Very simple with this thing. So we're just going to run it on wastegate. I'll probably just run it to the 8th. I'm going to launch it slow, just kind of feel it out, because it's been a while since I've driven a stick shift car on the track, so I don't want to hurt this thing. Just take it slow, make sure everything works, and then we'll start getting quicker and quicker as we make passes. All right, we're in the lanes. Just gonna take it easy, get the jitters out. I got the jitters for some reason. So we'll take her easy, and then, yeah, once we get the jitters out, then we'll be good. I didn't even try to leave hard. I barely even tried to leave. I barely even tried to leave. I barely let the clutch out and it just boom. No, I didn't even move. All right, guys. Well, that was less than ideal. Apparently, didn't know this car has stock axles in it. Thought they were aftermarket, and it snapped the passenger side. You said?
Yeah.
Snapped the passenger side axle. So it's crazy. I don't even. Did it even move? I literally, as soon as I started engaging the clutch, just went pow.
It basically rolled out for a second and snapped.
Yeah. I didn't have any boost. I didn't build any boost. I didn't put it on the two-step or anything. I was just trying to roll out and make a gear change, and that. Apparently, we need to get some axles in this rig. We'll upgrade it. Was hoping to make at least one pass, but the line lock worked, so that was good. And yeah, guess we're gonna have to push this thing on the trailer, get us a set of G-force axles or something, and try again. All right, guys. Well, the fog rolled in pretty thick out here, but got the Corvette pushed back up on the trailer, so we're gonna have to get some axles ordered, throw them rigs in, and then we should be good to go, hopefully. But it kind of sucks. I was trying to be really gentle, but it is what it is. The line lock and everything worked like it was supposed to, so we'll get some axles in it, bring it back out here. I feel a little bit more comfortable with it knowing some of this stuff works, but other than the axle snappage, should be good. Hopefully. Fingers crossed everything is good.